Hello everyone, my name is Ankit Jain. I welcome you all to my channel Tech Journey with Ankit. Today's video we will discussing another scenario of the Apex trigger. The scenario that we are discussing today, it has been very recently asked in one of the interview as well. And again, it's one of the good questions. I will suggest you must try this example so that you will get a proper understanding how to write down the parent to child relationship queries as well. So let's go and try to understand the scenario. In case you folks like to have one-to-one connect with me, or you want to download the LWC Bootcamp notes along with the code, moreover the interview questions and the Salesforce admin notes as well, please check out the top net link. In case you want to connect to our Telegram channel where the like-minded people do discuss the Salesforce queries, so please join that channel as well. So let's go and try to deep dive into the today's scenario and try to understand how actually we have to go and what we need to write today. So in today's scenario says that if the phone number on the account is updated, we have to update the similar phone number on the related contacts. But again, we don't have to go and update all the contacts here. We have to only update those contacts which are either having the phone number as blank or matching the old phone number of the account as well. Okay, so it's not like a regular question where you have to go and update all the contacts. You have to also add few additional checks. The checks that you have to add here is the phone numbers must be blank or it should be matching with the old phone number of the account. So for example, if you take this particular account, take journey with Ankit. For this account I do have the multiple contacts, so Kian Jain, Gianna Jain and the Laksh Jain. So out of these three contacts, what I need to do, if I go and update the phone number on this account object, I need to go and update the Kian Jain because here the phone number is blank. I need to also go and update the Gianna Jain because the phone number for the account and the phone number for the Gianna is same. But I don't have to go and update the Laksh Jain phone number. The reason being it is having the different phone number. So if when my trigger will go and execute in this scenario, it should go and update these two contacts. So let's see what all different things that we need to take into consideration whenever we are writing down this trigger. Like we always do, you might have seen in the previous example as well. I personally follow this practice. Whenever I do get any business scenario, I try to understand and try to answer this four question. This four question will help me to clear the doubt that what all different events that needs to be considered for the typical problem statement. The very first question that you need to answer here is on what object the user is performing the operation. Because in problem statement generally we do have more than one object and it is very much common to get confused on which object you have to go and write down the trigger. So do always remember that you need to write down your trigger on the object where the user is performing the operation. So in this scenario, the object on which user will be performing the operation is the account object, right? Again, what type of operation that user will be performing, as the problem statement clearly says that the user will be performing the update operation. So here the type of operation that user will be performing is the update operation. Now the third question here is what type of trigger will be applicable. As we have to write down the trigger to perform the operations on the related record, right? You can also go for the after trigger here. Again, many times the interviewer might ask you that is it going to be the good practice to write down in the after trigger? Can we not write down the same thing in the asynchronous apex also? The answer is yes. In case the user is very much concerned or the interviewer will be asking you related to the large data volume, you can also write down this scenario in the asynchronous apex and invoke your asynchronous apex from the after trigger. And the last question here will be which context variable will be used while performing the operation. So here if you can see that as we are using the update, and while using the update we have to do consider both the context variable trigger.new and the trigger.old. The reason being we have to compare the new value with the old value here. Now with this knowledge we can start building our trigger on this concept. So again, the event that will be applicable for this trigger will be the after update event. Now let's go and try to write down this trigger. So I will be creating my trigger on the account object. So create apex trigger. Let's say account trigger to update phone. And here I am writing down, putting my s object as the account object and putting here the after update. Right, again we try to follow all the good practices, so make sure my code is bulkified. I'm not writing down any business logic inside the trigger. In your interview also, if you try to follow all those good practices, interviewer will definitely get a good impression. Many times I have seen that in the interview people do write down the code inside the trigger. Again, you don't have to be hurry, you can take your time always to write down, but write it down in a proper way. Okay, so here I will go and create my handler class. So let me go and create an Apex class in which I will go and write down my business logic, uh, account, trigger, phone, let's say handler, right? And in my handler class, I will be creating one method. You can give any name to the method. Let me give the method name here as public static void uh, after update, and my method is expecting the two things because I need to go and compare the new value and the old value. So here I will be having the two things. First is the list of account where I will be having the new account list and also having the old records as well, which is nothing but a map. And map will have always the two things. First is the key and second is the value. So here I'll be putting my key followed by the value, which is nothing but an account. And here I can go and put old account map. Right, and what is the job of my trigger now? The job of my trigger here is to make sure that I am checking the context variables properly. Don't directly go and invoke it, although here you only have one event, you can definitely go and invoke it, but your code should always be scalable in the future as well. And how you can make it done? By using the proper context variable. So here I can go and put if trigger dot is after, right, and trigger dot is update. If that is the scenario, then and then only what I will do, I will go and invoke my method that I have created in the handler class, account trigger handler. Let me go and correct the class name, account trigger phone handler dot after update, and I'll be passing the two things. Why two things? Because as per the problem statement, I have to perform the update operation, and while doing the update, I need to go and compare the old value and the new value. That's why I am doing it. Now let's go and write down my code. So here I go and start iterating over my account. So here I can go and put for account ACC of new account list. What I will be checking here is I need to go and perform the two checks here. The first check that I need to do here is if the phone number is changed. That is my first check, right? Because my logic should execute only and only when the phone number has been changed on the account. So here I can go and get the new phone number. So let's say string new phone number that I can directly access from the ACC dot phone. And now I need to get my old phone number, and I will get my old phone number from the map that I am having as an input parameter. That is the old account map. So let me first go and get the old contact from old account from the map. So here I'll be putting account, old account. Again, how to get value from the map? Whenever we have to get the value from the map, we always use the map name dot get method, and what we pass here is the key. The ID is something which will never be changed, so we can directly pass the key here. That is the ACC dot ID. And what I will get from here, that is my old account. And from my old account, I can now easily have my old phone number, that is old account dot phone. If that is changed, if my new account number and the old account number has been changed, then what I will do here is I will go and store this result into the map. Why map? The reason for using the map here is typically the second scenario, because I need to also match the old phone number of the account. So I need to go and store the old phone number in one of the variable. So against the account ID, I will be storing my old phone number only. So here I can go and use the map, that is id comma string account id map is equal to new map of id comma string, something like this. And here I can, let me give the more correct name, account id phone map, something like this. And in the map whenever we have to add something, we do use the put method, and here I am adding my account ID followed by the old phone number that I do have. Right? So this is how I have created my map here.
And the second parameter here will be the old phone number. So here I can go and put the old phone number. So this is how I am preparing my map so that all the entries which is having the different phone numbers should be added into the map. Now the next thing I will check before I do my further processing is having the check if the map is not empty. In case the map is empty, then we don't have to return anything or we don't have to perform any operation. We will do our next operation only and only if my map is not empty. Now what I do to do next, I need to go and write down my relationship query so that I can go and get the account with related contact. So in this scenario, I need to go and write down parent to child traversing so that I can get the parent with the related contact. So to do that, let me write down my for loop. Here I am putting account ACC is equal to select ID comma phone from account, where again I'm not interested in all the accounts. I'm only interested in those accounts which are the part of my map. So here I can go and put where the ID in available in my map. Again, in my map, I need to go and look only for the keys. So in the map, whenever we have to get only the keys, we use the method that is the key set method. Now in this way, I'll be getting all the accounts. Also, I need to go and fetch the related contacts as well. So here I can go and write down my relationship query, select ID, comma phone from, and here I need to go and write down the relationship name. In this scenario, the relationship name here will be the contacts. Now my query is ready. I'm getting all the accounts with the related contact. Now before I go and write down my further processing, let me go and get the new phone number and the old phone number of the account. New phone number I can easily get by putting the new account phone number is equal to acc.phone, and the old phone number I need to go and fetch from my map based on the account ID. So let me go and do that. So here I'm putting the string old account phone number is equal to, so in my map I'm getting from my map I'm getting the old phone number. So for that I need to go and pass the key. So here I'm passing my key as acc.id. Now I got the new phone number and the old phone number. Also let me go and get all the contacts as well. So here I am putting select list of contact, that is the con list acc.contact. By doing this, I am getting all the related contacts for this account. Now I also have to go and check what is the phone number of those related contacts. So for that reason, I am iterating over my contacts. So here I can go and put for contact con of con list. Here I will be putting okay, before I go and write down my logic, what all different things that I need to check for my logic execution. Here I need to go and have the check if the phone numbers are empty or it is matching with the old phone number. So let me go and put that condition here. First I'm putting if string dot is blank, and here I'll be checking con dot phone if it is blank or my current phone number of a contact, it is same as the old account phone number. So here I'll be putting old account phone number. So here I'm putting that check. If that is the case, then and then only what I need to do, I need to go and populate the new contact phone number as the new account phone number. So here I'll be putting con.phone is equal to new account phone number. Again, I don't have to go and perform the DML operations in the loop because I need to take care of the bulkification as well. For that reason, what I am doing, I am defining my collection of contacts on the top. Again, you can define it anywhere, but as a good practice, always put all the collections at one place. So here I am putting the con list, or let me give here the more logical name as updated con list is equal to new list of contact. Now, from in this updated con list, we will go and add all those contacts that we have modified. So here I can go and put the updated contact as well. Now, I got all my updated contacts on which I have to go and perform the DML operation. So let's go and do and perform the DML operations now. So outside my for loop, I am checking if my list is again not empty, because then and then only I will be performing my DML operation. And here I can go and put, sorry, let me avoid this. Sometimes type intelligence do trouble a lot. So here I can go and perform my DML operation. Again, as a good practice, whenever you are performing any DML operation, do it in the try catch block so that you can handle all the different types of exception. So here I am putting the update, updated con list, right? And in case I am getting any exception, for the time being, I am simply logging those exceptions. So here I can go and put system.debug ex.get message like this. Okay. So in this way, what we are doing, let me read from the start. What I'm doing, I'm iterating over all the accounts. Again, for the account, in case the phone number is not matching. Okay, here I missed to add one condition. That is, if my new phone number is not same as the old phone number, then and then only I have to go and perform the operation. So here again, I'm moving my logic, because I need to go and populate the map only and only when the phone numbers are different. This is where I do have my check in between the new phone number and the old phone number. If both of them are different, then and then only I'm populating my map. If my map is not empty, I am getting all the accounts with the related contacts which are the part of my map. For each contact, I'm checking the condition whether the contact phone number is blank or it is same as the old account phone number. Then I'm adding all those contacts on which I had to perform the operation into the list collection. And in the end, I am performing the DML operations on that collection. Now let me go and deploy this and we will check whether it is working as expected or not. So I am also deploying my trigger in parallel. Once I have done that, let's go and perform the DML operation and validate. So in this scenario, as I said, the expectation here is this phone number and this phone number should be changed, and also the updated phone number should be populated here as well. So let's navigate here and change the phone number. To change the phone number, let's say I'm adding all 7 here and clicking on the save button. If I navigate to the related list, you can see that the phone number, the contact which does not have any phone number, here also the new phone number has been populated, and the contact which is having the same phone number as the account, here also my phone number has been populated. I hope you folks got the understanding how we have written the trigger for this scenario. Again, as I said, this scenario is very much common. You might have also implemented in the past in your projects as well. Do practice this scenario. Again, this is the assignment that I have given, which is kind of the same what we have just now discussed. Only difference here is the objects are changed here. In this scenario, the requirement is, if the contact is updated with the phone number, what you have to do, you have to go and populate that updated phone number on the related cases of the contact. In case on the case the phone number is either blank or it is same as the old phone number of the contact. To do this assignment, again, you have to go and answer this 4 question like we have done in the previous one. Do pause the video, put the answers in the comment section, and then resume the video to validate whether the answers that you have put it is matching with this one or not. If this is matching, then you are going in the correct direction. Try to write down the complete trigger, do test it out, make sure that it is working as expected. I hope you folks found this session helpful, got new learnings from this session. Do share your learnings in the comment section as well. Thank you. Have a good time.